Today's tutorial is about the Italian bind-off method. It's very stretchy, it's a rolling edge, perfect to end sleeve, cuffs, and neck openings. It can be done at the end of any pattern, like right here I'm doing stockinette, but we need to prep it with 2 rows of ribbing. Ribbing is knit and purl alternating. We begin by prepping the yarn we'll use to bind off. It needs to be about 3 times the size, the length of the opening that we want to bind off. And then a very important step is to put a marker on our knit stitch, our first one, and our first purl stitch. And we're going to put the knit on the front side and the purl marker on the back side. So the Italian bind-off technique is worked over 4 stitches and divided in 2 steps. The first step is the knits, and the second step is the purls. So we're going to start with the knits. Now with your tapestry needle, we enter the knit stitch knitwise, and we slip it off the needle. And then we skip the purl stitch and we go to the second knit stitch and we go through it purlwise and pull through our yarn. And then the second step is go through our purl stitch purlwise, the first one, go through purlwise and slide it off. And then we're going to the back of our work and through the 2 stitches on our needle, pull the yarn through, and then we're going to go in knitwise in the second purl stitch. There you go, we did the 2 steps. We're going to repeat them. First knit stitch, we go in knitwise and we're going to slide it off. Then we go to the second knit stitch and we go in purlwise and we pull the yarn through. And then we go in purlwise on the purl and slip it off and through the back between the 2 stitches, and we pull through. When you tighten the yarn, you don't want to tighten too much, but not too little either. And then we go in knitwise on the second purl. Now we can combine those movements to make it faster by slipping off and then going through the knit, the second knit purlwise in one move, and then pull through. And then we go through purlwise on the purl, pull it off, and when we go through between the 2 stitches, we enter right away knitwise on the second purl stitch. If that's too complicated, there's absolutely no problem in keeping the simple way. Now we're at our last 2 stitches and we're going to come and pick up the saved stitches from the beginning. So we add them back on our needle. And for the purl, we're going to need to twist it to make sure it comes on in the proper orientation. And then we do the exact same thing as we did with all the others. We go in knitwise on the first one, and we slide it off. And purlwise on the second knit, and then we go in purlwise on the purl, and we slip it off, and then in through the back in between, and knitwise on the second purl. At this point, this is the second time we do these stitches. They're all secure. We can just remove our needle. And to finish it off, we can go in the previous knit stitch and pull the yarn through the stitch one last time. The last adjustment you can do is go around your cuff and readjust all the stitches to be equal, like so. And there you have it. This was the Italian bind off method. I hope you enjoyed.